And welcome to Coxmill High School for the second game of this doubleheader. We have the Lake Norman Copperheads against the Carolina Vipers on the mound tonight. The second game is Wilson Lohr. We've seen Lohr appear 2 times this season. First time, he recorded a save against the Kingsmen in that 9-8 victory. And in the second game, didn't go too well. 1/3 innings pitched with 11 earned runs, so you got to take the good with the bad. As that one is skied into center field. That ball is deep. That ball is back. Will it stay in the yard? Yes, it will. A great job tracking it down right there from Kyrus Dawson. Dawson is back in the lineup tonight after playing really good in that first game of the doubleheader. As I was saying earlier when I talked to him before the game, he just say, hey, I need to get on base, and he did that, and he did that a lot of times last game, and he did a great job at doing so. Bubba, can I have the lineup, the paper lineup? I don't have my phone. Oh. So that one goes by for a strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Lohr. That one just outside. Behind the plate tonight for the Copperheads is Jordan Spearman. Spearman back out for his second time tonight. Caught half the game of that first game of the doubleheader. 1-1 pitch from Lohr, and that's in there for a strike. A great performance so far from Wilson. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Lohr. Swing and a miss, and Lohr gets his first K of the afternoon, and he has not looked like a position player out there tonight. As he has the velo, he has the breaking stuff, and he has his first K of the afternoon. So now number 17, Joe Haney, steps in. Does not want to be the third out of the inning. Haney playing first base tonight for Carolina. That one lined to the second baseman, and that will be out 3 in the inning. A good job by the Copperheads second baseman. That over there is Kyle Whitaker in an unfamiliar position, but makes a good play right there. So Wilson Lohr goes 1-3 against the Carolina Vipers hitters, and we'll see if the Lake Norman Copperheads can strike first in this ballgame. Welcome back here to Coxmill High School for the bottom of the first inning. As Kyle Whitaker is leading off the game tonight, an unfamiliar position in the field playing second base, in an unfamiliar place in the batting order. Whitaker normally either playing first base or third base, but the big righty playing second tonight as he swings and misses at the first pitch of the night from the Vipers. And the Vipers pitcher tonight is number 20, Bertram. First name to be determined. 0-1 pitch from Bertram. That one inside on Whitaker. So now the count evens up at 1-1. The pitchers that LKN has available for this game, obviously Wilson Lore. Then you have Ixarino on the bench. He's a position player, same with Zach Will. And then Connolly and Barger also sitting there as substitutes on my batting lineup. Yeah, I have a feeling Barger won't be pitching because he's sitting 10 feet away from me right now. So you never know. I mean, we've seen crazier stuff here this year. I don't think he will because he pointed right to his elbow after I said that comment. Yeah? And that one goes foul, so the count will stay at 1-2. That one went off Whitaker. Kind of stretch that out. Copperheads took the first game of this doubleheader 7-4 after 6 runs in the final 2 innings of that ball game. A great performance from also the pitching staff as well, as you got Connolly and then Grayson Barger, and then you had Jacob Shaw to shut out that game. Shaw did a great job. He had bases loaded with no outs in the inning and only allowed 1 run, and that really saved the ball game for Lake Norman. 1-2 pitch to Whitaker. That one over the screen, so Whitaker will live to see another day. Yeah. So Whitaker stays in the box. Count still at 1-2. And that will be strike 3, and Whitaker goes down looking on that inside pitch right there. And now up next is Shohei Ohtani-esque Wilson Lore, as he is pitching tonight, but he's also batting first. Or excuse me, second. He's batting first in the field, but batting second tonight. Or the lefty swings through that fastball. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Lore. That went outside for a ball. (1-1) to Lore. That one right down Broadway for a strike, and Lore's on his final strike of this AB. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt and off the chest protector of the Vipers catcher tonight. Behind the plate for the Carolina Vipers is Harris. At Harris. Played in the first game. His first name is Luke Harris, if you're wondering. As that one goes for a strike, and back-to-back K's looking. So Whitaker goes down looking, and Wilson Lore goes down looking as well, as now Luke Wood steps in. Luke Wood, one of those people that played in the first game of the doubleheader, and getting the trust from his manager, Sean Stevens, here again. First pitch of the night to Luke Wood. Just misses outside. As the battery goes down to 30%. If you have any questions for us on the broadcast, please drop them down below. We had some questions last game when we had SCBL Commissioner Bull Billings on the, or Jamie Billings on the show. As that one goes into the gap, and that one will drop. As that one will be a double, and so that's a nice double right there for Luke Wood. And I was mentioning we had SCBL Commissioner Jamie Billings on the show last game, and great from hearing from him what he thinks about the future of the SCBL and what's been going on this season and what makes this season different from years past and his tournament favorite. And now batting number 18, Andy Schultz, the man out of Campbell, has a great opportunity here to get the first run of the ball game on the board for the Copperheads. If you have any certain player that you want to see come on the broadcast and maybe do an in-game interview if they're not playing right now, we would love to hear your input on that front. If you have a son or a grandson that you're watching right now and you want to hear from them, we might be able to call them up, and anything goes here in Summer Ball. Schultz fouls off that 1-0 pitch. The count runs even at 1-1 now. Also, follow us on socials. We'll be having some great mic'd up content coming out to you very soonly. That'll be on the LKN.Copperheads on Instagram and SCBL Baseball on Instagram as well. As 1-1 pitch to Andy Schultz goes for a strike. A great backdoor slider right there. And, you know, I got a sneak peek of that on those mic'd up videos, and all the guys were laughing in the dugout watching their teammates mic'd up during the game. And now we're outside, and the runner will be going. Can he get in there safely? He will. The throw from the Vipers catcher cannot get him in time. Luke Harris, his arm cannot get the speedy runner over there at third. So Luke Wood will slide in there and moves one back closer to scoring. 1-2 pitch from Schultz. And that nasty slider gets him swinging. So that's 3 Ks so far for Burtman early in this game, as he is having a great start to his afternoon. The game is still tied at 0-0. Stick with us here at Coxville High School for the top of the second inning. Welcome back here to Coxville High School as Caleb Freeman now batting for the Carolina Vipers. A little update on the rain situation as we see Wilson Moore fire that ball just a little high. Looks like the rain is everywhere but Coxville High School. We're kind of in a center. The weather right now sitting at 82 degrees, only a 10% chance of rain, but I don't believe that. Who knows? Summers in the Carolinas, the weather can change very drastically in about a 15-minute time span. 2-0 from Lohr. That one's fired in there for a strike. The official weather right now is 78 degrees in Concord, North Carolina. It says it's light rain starting in 45 minutes. So we have a 90% chance at 9 p.m. and a 30% chance at 10 p.m. And it's already late right now, 8:26 in the second inning of this game. So I feel like it's going to be a late night here. 3-1 from Lohr. That one fouled off. The count will run full. Three-two pitch from Lohr. Strike three looking. That is a beautiful pitch from the Southeastern Community College product, Wilson Lohr. And that'll be out one in the inning. that one misses for Lore, and he's been phenomenal so far tonight for the Copperheads, and he's filling up some much-needed pitching depth right here. And that one was skied to left field, and that baby is gone. And that one landed almost on the football field. As he saw Wilson Lore throwing in some weak stuff, he said, "I'll just take you and I'll pull that baseball." And that one was deep. Only 3:15 fits us here down the lines at Coxville High School, but that would have been about out of any MLB park, I'd have to imagine. So the Vipers have a 1-0 lead after that monsoon of a home run. So now number 14, Luke Harris, is up to bat. Harris swings and misses at that Lore pitch. Oh, 1 pitch from Lore. That one just misses high. That one too low for the umpire's liking. Lore now down to the count 2-1. As we see the skies in right field having that kind of cotton candy flavor of color. As that one now 3-1. There's some beautiful skies over there behind the softball field. As the camera goes out, it wouldn't be a Copperheads game if the camera didn't go out. So now I'll give it to you radio style. 3-1 pitch from Lore. That one just a little bit too high. And the batter will take his base. So now Wilson Lore readjusting his cap and has to regroup himself.
Yeah, batting the second baseman, number 10, Enrique Wood.
And now Enrique Wood, the second baseman, steps into the box. Wood was playing shortstop last game for the Vipers and then switching over to the other part of the middle infield. And Wood has the one over to third base, but foul. Playing third base tonight for the Lake Norman Copperheads. Whitaker is playing third base. I misread my thing over there. Taylor on my thing. So Taylor's playing second base, and Whitaker's playing third base. I mixed those two up in the first inning. I apologize. This second game of the doubleheader happened a lot quickly than I think everybody in the ballpark expected. Normally we have 35, 40 minutes in between games, but this one seemed to fly by. So not the usual setup here for me behind the camera. As that one is poked to third base. And Whitaker will fire that one across the infield and get past the first baseman. And he will eat it over there at first base. And now 2 runners in scoring position as Whitaker just kind of spiked that one into the ground. And the third baseman, Taylor, just couldn't corral that. So let's take you. Who's lining up defensively for the Copperheads? Pitching, it's Wilson Lore, as you guys know. Jordan Spearman catching. Talking about first base, that's Taylor. Second base, that's Schubert. Third base, that's Whitaker. And at shortstop, we have, on my roster, there is no, looks like there is no short. It just goes, on my roster, there's no shortstop, but Grayson Barger beside me said Exorino's over there at short. And then lining up in the outfield, we have Brown in left, Dawson in center, and Zambrano in right. As that one's fouled off to the screen, and the count will go to 1-2. One, two from Lore. In the dirt. Bounces up for Spearman. The runner will be going. And he got him. Wilson Lore showed off some of that outfield athleticism pitching. And that one right off the chest protector of Jordan Spearman. And Wilson Lore saw the runner going and said, thank you very much. I'll just tag you and won't have to worry about you anymore. And that goes for the second out of the inning. I went into the screen. So now we're only one strike away from getting out of this inning and only allowing one run. Could have been a lot worse than it actually is. 1-2 from Lore. That one skied into center field. Kyrus Dawson seeing that high fly ball, but it was staying in the infield. And Nick Sereno having to reach way, way back for that one. Got everybody scared of the ballpark there for a second. Going to drop it. Those are so hard to get. Kind of in no man's land. But Nick Sereno corralled that baseball, and the Copperheads only allow one. So Wilson Lore still with a good ERA so far tonight. And we'll see if the Copperheads can strike back and get that run right back here in the bottom of the second. And welcome back here as Jackson Taylor is now batting, and Grayson Barger is calling his shot. Says he's going yard right here. As that will be chopped to the pitcher for our one in the inning. So Grayson is 0 for 1 on predictions tonight. We'll keep track of that. What are you predicting here, man? No? So he won't try to jinx his catcher, Jordan Spearman. Spearman wanted to go on that one, but decided to hold up just in time. That one fouled off and way down the right field line. But Spearman just pokes that one oppo. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Spearman. That one high. That one fouled off from Spearman. Count run even at 2-2. Two-two pitch. And what a nasty backdoor breaking ball. And even Grayson had to say that was a strike right there. That was a great slider right there. for out 2 in the inning. So the backwards K against Spearman. And Peyton Schubert, the second baseman, steps into the lefty's batter's box. That one down the left field line. Will it drop? Yes, it will. As that bat is donezo right there. You can hear it off the crack when you hit that. And Reese said he could swing with it. He could swing with it, but I think it would go in 18 million pieces if he made contact. I don't think it works like that. Yeah. So, Peyton Schubert with a new bat in hand. We'll see if this does him any good. And, man, he has been on every single slider that he's thrown tonight. It's kind of a slider combo and cutter mix, because sometimes it really has that slide to it and the dip to it, and then sometimes it kind of cuts like a cutter. And that one fouled off right into the mask of the catcher. Hopefully he's okay. The second time tonight we've seen somebody behind the plate get hit by one in the mask. But he's getting up okay. This one's nothing you can do with your catcher right there. Just you're so close to that batter and hit you right in the face mask. Did he run into the fence, or was it the netting on the dugout?
Like the padding. Yeah, like it was like if that thing, yeah, if that was like metal, dude, he probably would have had a broken nose. I don't know, or popped out too.
So here's the 0-2. Strike 3 looking, and that backdoor breaking ball has been working all night. So the Carolina Vipers keep their 1-run advantage, and we're through 2 here at Coxville High School. Welcome back here for the top of the 3rd inning. Wilson Lore back on the mound. Allowed a 1 run last inning, but limited the damage as a whole. First pitch at the top of the frame. We'll go for a ball. If you guys have anything to comment to spice up this broadcast, please do. And that is a swing and a miss right there. As I apologize for the lack of info, maybe, or the enthusiasm tonight. It's been a long night here. Swing and a miss right there. I've been here for a while because I decided to come extra early to catch BP. So, and same with Reese. So, we've been here as long as the players have. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Lore. That one almost runs in and clips the batter. He just ducks out of the way. And that one was a prime example right there. If there's a runner on third base and that ball gets to the backstop, that one just came right back to the catcher. Swing and a miss from Lure right there. And he racks up another K. So now 1 out in the inning. Lure delivers. And that one outside. Spearman tried his best to frame it. But just a little bit too outside. 1-0 from Lure. Down in the dirt for a ball. I was talking about last game, how it felt like a must-win, but also didn't feel like a must-win. But you definitely felt like in the atmosphere in the Copperheads dugout was a game that they were very much expecting to win. And they ended up pulling out the W. And then if they get another W here, that'd be a great way to... You have 2 games against the Athletics to end out your season. And they're very close in the standings as that goes for strike 2. You want to have some momentum before going into those 2 games against the Athletics. So if they can get a W here tonight and win both games against the Vipers, that'd be monumental. And maybe even sneak up into that second spot in the SCBL standings. And that goes for strikes 3, so back-to-back case for Wilson Lure. And he does a Scherzer strut around the mound. But for the Copperheads to sneak into that 3rd position, one, they're going to have to win tonight in the 2 other games. They're going to need some help from some other teams that are playing Kingsman. So Lure riding high after back-to-back Ks, and he fires a strike right in there. And fires another one in there. As Lure might have been the best pitcher of the night in Game 1 or Game 2 as he's looking right now. So Lure 1 strike away from having back-to-back-to-back Ks. Can he get him? And that went in the dirt. That was kind of a big sigh of relief from that Copperheads dugout. They were all just waiting to storm out of that dugout after he get another K right there. 1-2 pitch from Lure. Whoa, and that one just misses low. As Lure really, really, really wanted that one. Two from Lure. Fouled off. Count will stay at 2-2. Go on Spotify and play clean rap so we don't have like the same, like to go to the playlist so we don't have the same thing. The same 15 songs. 2-2 from Lure. That one lining the center field. Kyrus Dawson tracking in on that baseball. Actually, my eyes deceived me right there. That one looked pretty nice off the bat and then just died. So the Copperhead second baseman will get there. Lost in the lights a little bit right there. But Wilson Lure, great inning, started off with back-to-back Ks. And the Vipers hitter broke his bat. You could hear it and snapping it on the ground right now. So we're back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Vipers still lead 1-0. Welcome back. Here is Ivan Zambrano. Steps to the plate, number 26, calling time. Gets it from the umpire, and we'll start off the bottom frame of the third inning. You watch that one go for a ball. The dude this inning for the Copperheads is 8, 9, 10. We have Zambrano, Brown, and Dawson. All the outfielders grouped that to the bottom of that order. That one outside for a ball. Yes, a very good frame job. Just that one a little too outside to save. Here comes the 0-2 to Zambrano. Or should be the 2-0, as that one is a swinging strike. My mind has gone to mush, I think. I'm losing. Thank you, Bubba. No, I still need that for the Copperheads. So Zambrano fouls that one off. The count runs even at 2-2. And Bertram steps off the mound. And he will deliver the 2-2. That one inside on Zambrano. And the count runs full. Looming on deck for the Lake Norman Copperheads is Robbie Brown. Brown positioned in left field tonight. He's played left field in both games of this doubleheader. And a ball four right here would be a great way to start off the inning. Full count pitch. That one fouled off, so the count will stay full. So Bertram gaining the signs from his catcher, Luke Harris. And we will try the 3-2 once again. That one right up the middle and right back to Bertram. And he will flip that over to the Vipers' first baseman as Joe Haney positioned over there in this game for the first out of the inning. Now is Robbie Brown.
Now batting for Lake Norman, the left fielder, number 14, Robbie Brown.
So Robbie Brown steps in. Nobody on. 1 out of the inning here in the bottom of the third. And Robbie Brown likes the first pitch he sees of the at-bat, but he swings right through it. Oh, 1 to Brown. And that one foul. Must have hit right off the plate. And Brown is lucky that one was called foul because he would have been gunned down right there from the Vipers catcher Luke Harris if that one was called fair. David, if you go back down there, I'll stand up so you can take photos of me up here if that's good. Here is the 0-2 to Brown. He lines that one in the right field, but just foul. So the count will stay at 0-2. And Brown watches that one go by for a ball as we see the skies looking darker and darker as we go through the night now. Standing at 8:51 Eastern Standard Time. Brown looks at that one inside. And Bertram's go-to strike three pitch has been that slider, but these back-to-back pitches, we haven't seen him throw the slider. So maybe he's saving it best for last here. 2-2 for Bertram. And Robbie Brown swings right through that one for the second out of the inning. So Kyrus Dawson will step to the plate with 2 outs in the inning and try to start a 2-out rally. Kyrus Dawson sporting the number 17. Two outs in the inning. Here's the first pitch of the AB from Bertram. That one, great backdoor slider for strike one. All the same. 0-1 for Bertram. That one in there for a strike, and Kyrus Dawson finds himself in an 0-2 hole very early in this at-bat. Oh, 2 from Bertram. That one fouled off into the screen. So Kyrus Dawson lives to see another day. Oh, 2 from Bertram. That one inside on Dawson. Is that a hamburger or a cheeseburger? Huh? Or that's a hot dog. I thought he had like a hamburger down there. It's like, how do you get that? And Dawson swings right through that one. So the Copperheads unable to get on the board for their third straight inning and still trail in this ball game 1-0. We'll see if the Vipers can extend their lead here in the top of the fourth. Welcome back here as Wilson Lohr steps back from the mound for his fourth inning of work, as that one goes by for a strike. So Lohr up 0-1. That one on the low and outside part of the plate. And he's up in the count 0-2 now. Oh, 2 from Lohr. Now be swung on down the third baseline. Whitaker will crowd that one, throw it across the infield. That's a great throw from Kyle Whitaker right there. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Wilson Lohr making quick work of this Vipers batting order.
I don't know what we're going to do with the scoreboard. I don't know if he's going to come back out.
So we have one out of the inning.
Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Joe Haney.
And now batting in the 3-hole, Joe Haney, the first baseman, steps to the plate. Haney digs in the left-hander's batter's box. And that one goes for a strike.
Do you throw your hot dog paper up here? No?
That one is a ball, so the count evens up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Lohr. That one fouled off over the netting. That was pretty impressive, David. So now the count runs to 1-2. Strike 3. And Wilson Lohr is absolutely dealing here, as he gets once another K. And that tally is just adding up, batter by batter, bit by bit. So Caleb Freeman up to bat. That one goes outside for a ball. Freeman is the EH tonight for the Carolina Vipers. Both teams electing to use that EH. That one outside in the dirt. This count runs to 2-0. Two 0 from Lore. In the dirt, and we have a very favorable hitters count as Caleb Freeman has to be chomping at the bit right here. Freeman was playing first base in the first game of this doubleheader. Now getting a rest on the bench as he sees that one go by for a strike. As Lore, you can definitely see he pitched a lot of innings in high school. As that one is driving to right field, Evan Zambrano tracking back towards the wall, and he will get that line drive for out 3 in the inning. So Wilson Lore puts another scoreless inning up on the board. And the game stays a 1-0 lead for the Carolina Vipers. Only a 1-run deficit for Lake Norman. We'll see if they can get that back here in the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back here. Sorry for the delayed start to this inning. Nick Serena's up, right? As Jake Tanner into the box for Lake Norman. As Tanner sees that one go for a strike on the outside part of the plane, he just stares at it in disbelief almost. And he'll be down in the count 0-2. So let's see if we can get the YouTube chat going here. A comment would be much appreciated for anybody watching right now. Any comments, concerns, or input on this broadcast. Low viewership, and it's been a dragged out night here, and it's getting late for us here at the field and everybody at home. 1-2 pitch. That one inside almost clips him. Here's the 2-2. That one outside for a ball. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss from Jake Tanner for the first out of the inning. And I'm telling you what, Reed Bertram is racking up the Ks tonight. So we are back to the top of the order. Sporting number 13, the big Kyle Whitaker leading off. Whitaker. In his second plate appearance of the night. Swings at that low breaking pitch for strike one. And when Whitaker can get contact to the baseball, it's going to go very far. But the problem is getting contact on the ball. When he gets behind and counts, he loses track of his awareness and his mentality, and can reach at pitches and go down on strikes. As he's down on the count 0-2. That's kind of the modern power hitter now in the MLB. Is a lot of guys, when you get up in the count, they're very dangerous. But when they fall behind 1-2 and 0-2, it's a lot of strikeouts. When that comes with a lot of home runs as well. 0-2 pitch. Whitaker swings and misses. And Bertram gets once another K. That's his second of the inning. And now batting for Lake Norman. Tonight's pitcher for Lake Norman, Wilson Lohr. Lohr will lay down a bunt, and that one will be way too high and hit that middle pole over there. It's still oh my God, I can't speak. Reverberating. Sounded like a car trying to start up right there. Like a 5-year-old trying to pronounce his R's. So that goes by for strike one, and there's strike two. Sometimes when I try to speed up and talking, I forget how to speak as well. So you always love to see it. So Lohr down in the count 0-2. Did he go? No, he did not, and that is called a ball. So Bertram just one strike away, and possibly another K away. And getting out of this inning, another K would be back-to-back Ks in one inning. And that one fouled off, just hitting the top of that screen as Reese predicted that one to go yard. So we're 0 for 2 on predictions. You and Grayson combined tonight. Yeah. The season percentage might be about 1-85, I'd say. We'll try the 1-2 once again. Strike three, and that one was right down Broadway. And Bertram gets 3 Ks in the inning as he is on fire tonight, as he is feeling himself here in Concord, North Carolina. So we'll be back here for the top of the 5th inning. Each team has 9 outs to play with. Welcome back here to Cox Mill High School. Top of the 5th inning. The Vipers still lead the Copperheads 1-0. Lohr back on the mound. Lohr went down on strikes when he batted last. Bubba, can I do the announcement for the next player batting? Why? I don't know. That's one too. So Lohr down to the count 1-0. That one low as well.
Alright.
2-0 from Lore. That one ripped down and will get through the hole right out of the outstretched glove of the Copperheads third and shortstop and into left field.
Do you ever only like fan announcing when you answer us like
Yeah, man. Catcher, number 14, Luke Harris.
And now Luke Harris. I got you next batter, Bubba. Luke Harris steps to the plate. Isn't it easy batter?
you haven't been like announcing?
How do you say that dude's name again?
How do you say Wood's first name again?
What's the count?
1-0.
1-0.
1-0 from Lore. That one skied. Calling ball, and that would be the second out of the inning.
Second. Enrique.
Now batting, the second baseman, Enrique Woods. I was trying to do like kind of like drowned out thing, but I couldn't. Enrique Wood. Now batting, the runner will be going. Fired down to second. Spearman, that throw is off target. And Wood will take third base. Which means Enrique Wood will not take second base. He is still in the batter's box. That being Luke Harris over there at third now. 1 out of the inning. Or excuse me, 2 outs in the inning.
No, I think it's just one.
Oh, 1 out of the inning. I'm being confused over here. I have like 4 different scoreboards telling me different outs. That one ripped by Enrique. The throw will be coming home. Can they get him? And they got him. A great throw over there by Ixarino. And it prevents a run from coming in. So we're still at a 2. We're still at a 1-run ball game. 2 outs in the inning. And that could be crucial. Because with that 1-run ball game, just one bad pitch from a Vipers pitcher and a baseball being put over the fence would be ball game. Allure looks into his catcher Spearman, gets the sign. Wood over there at first base. That one goes for a ball. Allure's been doing a great job tonight on the mound. You don't really ever expect a lot from a position player on the mound, but he's been everything that you could expect and even more, I'd say. Wood is going. Spearman throws down to second. Can they get him? And that one is off to the right for back-to-back throws from Spearman. Maybe just slipping out of his hand a little bit, but he had the pace to get Wood. The problem was, though, it just wasn't accurate enough. So now Wood will be standing on second. 2-0 count. That one inside. Now we have a 3-0 count, 2 outs in the inning. The Vipers still lead the Copperheads 1-0. That one in the dirt. And now it is 3-0. I apologize for the mistake over here. Still learning. 3-0 from Lore. That one ripped down the first base line, and that ball will stay fair. Wood rounding third, and he will score. As the runner will be rounding second, he's going 3. As that is a sliding triple, and the Carolina Vipers take a 2-0 advantage here at Cox Mill High School. As soon as I say something good about Wilson Lore has to give up a triple, That's just super unfortunate. He was early on that baseball, just got lucky enough to keep it fair and just bounce around in that right-hand corner over there. So it is a 2-0 ball game. Runner at third. That one high. Bro, Reese, just hop on the mic and we can just talk. 2-0 from Laura. That's a swing and a miss. Count. Or you mean the 1-0 from Laura? Count even up at 1-1. And now we have a Reese joining the broadcast. Excited to have him here. Some company here.
Yeah, I figured I'd give you a little bit of company.
That one goes for a strike, and yeah, I'm gonna be having 14 innings of baseball and no company tonight, man. David left me in the dust.
David just left us
Yeah.
stranded, man.
Stupid David taking photos down there.
I know, right? I love David, though.
That one fouled off, so the count will even up at 2-2. David, kind of the captain of the wrecking crew we have here,
Yeah.
calling the games.
Yeah, but we can do it just fine without him.
Yeah. And that'll be strike three, so Wilson Lord gets another K right there. And we'll be heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Copperheads trail by 2. Welcome back here. As the DH, Luke Wood steps in to the batter's box. First pitch Wood sees in this at bat is a ball. As due up this inning is Luke Wood in the 3-hole, Andrew Schultz in the 4-hole, and Jackson Taylor in the 5-hole. That one popped up sky high. And foul. And how about this? If you guys want to hear a guy have a walk-up song, comment it down below, and we will play that song that you play as their walk-up song. It could be anything. I mean,
No, this is not
anything that has a clean version. We'll play it for him.
doubtful, but we might.
Hey, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
You can't achieve if you don't try.
Yeah, that's
So if
true.
you're out there, I mean, hey, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. You might actually get a comment as well. So that'd be pretty.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a comment.
Yeah.
Sometimes y'all are a little quiet. I don't want to say all the time.
Always.
Well, not always.
That one.
You have a couple
Yeah.
here and there.
That one
that
misses
comment.
high, and the count will go to 1-2.
There's one every hour, maybe.
Maybe
But
every
it's
game.
all right. It's all right.
As we see Luke Wood with a good eye right there, and the count evens up at 2-2.
This game's gone by pretty quick.
Yeah. That one deep in the right field, but fading foul, and will end up out of the ballpark.
I forgot what time we started. What was it, like 8:15?
Yeah, a little later, maybe about 8:40. I would say this game is going. I'm not 8:40.
I
Probably
was gonna say if it was 8:40.
No. I've lost track of time, man. 8:15. This game has been flying by, man.
It's absolutely flying compared to last game. I mean,
And that will be ball 4. So the Copperheads have a runner on base with no outs in the inning, and Andrew Schultz walking out. And walking out to famous by Kanye West, and man, he should be famous around here how well he's been playing this year. The average has been off the charts. Very speedy on the bases as well. Just a complete all-around player, Andrew Schultz is.
Andrew Schultz is a great guy. Absolutely great guy. Great catcher.
Yeah, he's great just a great all-around baseball player, and dude, and that's the great thing. Me and you and David have been able to just kind of hang out with these guys and learn them more than just kind of a baseball player and seeing them on the field this season.
Mm-hmm.
That one goes for a strike. The count will go to 0-2. And this mic'd up segments that are coming out, and the fans at home will be able to learn about these players a lot more and see their intricacies during the game. And when talking about with their buddies, when I watched one of them, that was the Kyle Whitaker one. It was very funny to see. That one fouled off into the protective netting, so the count will stay at 0-2.
Any guy that's come up here, I felt like I made a connection with. Like Barger, me and him, I don't think you saw it, but me and him were playing rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Just doing a little bit of everything. But Barger's a pretty nice guy, too. I've met a lot of, as that almost hit somebody. A lot of these guys are nice from what I've talked to them, and they just have great personalities, and like that dugout shows you it.
Yeah, that dugout is always very active, and they are much appreciated of what me and you do up here in the booth, and they love to be able to go back and watch film of their games to see that one missed for a ball.
So 1-2, I want to see the counts.
Yeah, definitely. This team, the thing with summer ball teams is it's only 2 months, and this team only has 4 or 5 practices to gel together, and then they have over the summer. So it's very hard for teams that all these guys from different schools and different backgrounds and different parts of the country to all come together as one team. But Manager Sean Stevens has done a great job of getting all these guys on the same page and to one common goal, and that's winning that SCBL championship.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard to do that, to make good chemistry with a lot of these players. Like some can be teammates. Like we had a couple guys from UNC who's played together, so they've already have that chemistry. But the amount of chemistry that this team has is amazing for the short amount of time that they've been together.
Yeah, we see those little intricacies. We have, UNCC players, Ari Gordon and Cassiola and Kaneski, who were all three on the Copperheads at one time. And then you had a couple West Virginia State players and, guys from schools kind of all scattered around the southeast and the little bit of more north. But yeah, and, a lot of these guys, it can be hard for these guys to gel over a summer because a lot of these guys are fighting for positions against each other, and they want to be able to have play time. So they fight day in and day out against these guys, but also to have the respect for each other and be able to just chat it up and go to dinner after games and hang out. I mean, this team was hanging out on 4th of July together, and, instead of just going in and maybe, just having fun with their host family or just kind of staying at home, all these guys just met up on 4th of July and had a good time. That just shows the chemistry that this team has. And that'll be strike 3 right there. So Andy Schultz goes down looking. And number 15, Jackson Taylor, is now up.
Now batting for Lake Norman, first baseman, number 15, Jackson Taylor.
And I do apologize for any scoreboard and insufficiencies or whatever you want to call them. It's rough tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been a very hectic night tonight.
Yeah. Y'all are still quiet.
That one, he can't frame that one on the outside part of the plate. So the pitcher will be down 2-0.
Yeah. We do enjoy that anybody who watches this, thank you for giving us a job, because without y'all, we would just be broadcasting to ghosts.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah, and it's great to just see certain parents just come up to after games and say, "Hey, we watch y'all from, wherever we're located at, not in the Lake Norman Concord area, so not able to attend all their sons or grandchildren's or cousins' games, but able to watch the streams live." As that one was ripped down the right field line. Count will move to 3-1. So the Copperheads have a great opportunity here with a walk to have 2 runners on, as we have a runner on second base, and that's the only runner on the base paths.
I remember one time talking with Phoenix DiGiacomo's parents when he was still with the Copperheads. They said that they loved the broadcast and everything, and they were from, I forget where he's from.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Somewhere like that. And he says that their family watches the entire game and they enjoy his broadcasting. So we thank them and everything that Phoenix has done for his team. He's not here with us anymore, but that's,
Nick, it's not like he's dead, man.
well, not like he's dead, but he's not with the Copperheads anymore. But
yeah.
I didn't mean
Phoenix
to make it sound
DiGiacomo
like
is
that.
still alive, but he's just
I didn't mean.
He's
to make it
not
sound
with
like
us
that. Yeah,
anymore.
well, he's not with the team.
There
With
you
the
go.
Copperheads
That's
anymore.
better.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
better. That's better wording right there, Reese.
Yeah,
See that one go by for a strike.
my brain's not all there tonight.
I think nobody's is,
I
to
don't
be
think
honest with you,
anybody.
man. Mine went mush past like the second inning in the first game,
Well, 14 innings of baseball does it to you.
especially with only commentating by yourself. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, I could have hopped on the mic earlier, but like,
Yeah.
I was.
we're just chilling now.
Yeah, we're just
Still,
chilling.
and it's still a close game. It's not like we're just announcing an 8-1 ball game. It's
Yeah,
still
we're
a
still-
very
it's-
competitive
it's-
game.
you
Now in the
get-
count 0-2 is that backdoor slider can't slide enough into the zone.
Like right now, the tying run is at the plate. I mean,
The winning,
the-
the go-ahead run.
yeah, the go-ahead runs on.
Yeah, so we have a runner on first, runner on second. That runner on first is the tying run, and then the man in that right-handed batter's box is the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the fifth. Copperheads have 8 outs to play with. That one fouled off, so the count will stay the same at 1-2.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised we didn't see a wardrobe change because I know in a couple of doubleheaders we changed from our red to
Yeah.
white, but I guess they wanted to wear red today, and I like the reds personally.
Yeah, I like the Reds a little bit better than
Yeah.
the Whites, to be frankly honest.
But I mean, they're great.
Yeah, I mean, both are very, very good, and
Yeah,
Copperheads definitely with one of the better uniforms in the SCBL.
yeah. I like the Spinners uniforms personally and myself,
Yeah.
but
I'd probably go Spinners. If I had to do a little tier list here on the broadcast, I'd go Spinners 1 because how many different jerseys they had, the 4th of July jerseys, all that
Yeah,
good
I
stuff.
mean-
I go Spinners 1, then I have to go Copperheads 2. To be honest, probably Vipers over Kingsman. Probably Vipers 3, Kingsman 4, Concord 5.
yeah, I mean,
As
strikeout.
that's a strikeout right there.
We weren't paying attention.
No.
So we apologize for that.
Who is that right there?
Now batting, the second baseman, number 8, Peyton Schubert.
Peyton Schubert up to bat.
So Peyton Schubert playing second base tonight. Steps into the lefty's batter's box, a lefty-on-lefty matchup right here.
If I were to do the jersey tier list like you were doing, I would go Mooresville 1, Kingsman 2. I really
Huh.
like Kingsman.
Yeah.
Copperheads 3,
Yeah,
then Vipers 4, and then
Ace
5. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Kingsman. It's just, I don't know. Like the black and gold definitely works well
I
together.
love the black and
I
gold.
just don't like the logo they have on that, like the heart.
Yeah, but
Like,
I like it. I
like-
enjoy it.
Like it kind of, and that would be strike 3 right there, and he goes down looking. So the Copperheads unable to put any runs on the board. We're back here at Coxmo High School for some more SCBL baseball. Welcome back here. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have the Carolina Vipers versus the Lake Norman Copperheads. As that one is grounded down the third base line, and that ball will stay fair. Slips out of the outstretched of Cloud Whitaker, and that'll be a stand-up double. As it looked like it could have been a stand-up double, but he decided to get his jersey a little dirty right there. So
Spice up the jersey a little bit.
So we will have a runner in scoring position very early in this inning.
No.
So the Vipers with a 2-run advantage as we speak right now, but looking to add to that tally. That one will get through, and the runner will be rounding third. The play at the plate will be safe for the runner. The Vipers have a 3-0 lead here. So now, the Vipers with a more comfortable lead here, 3-0. No outs in the inning, 1 runner on first base. Here comes the pitch from Lohr. That one in there for a strike. No activity in that late Norman Copperheads bullpen, so manager Stevens hoping Lohr can last this whole ball game.
I mean, Lohr's been great on the mound so far. He's had a little slip up every these last couple innings, but even still, he's doing a fantastic job on the mound.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. That's what you're going to expect with a position player. Doesn't have the as the runner will be going to third. Spearman fired down to Whitaker. Can he get him? He is safe. So the runner just slips under Whitaker's tag. Just a little update on you for the MLB All-Star game that is going on as we speak right now. The American League with a 3-2 lead over the National League in the top of the 4th inning, 1 out in the inning. Tony Gosselin, the pitcher, and Tim Anderson, the batter.
Tim Anderson, I like that.
Yeah?
I'm a White Sox fan, so.
Yeah. This has been a great weekend over there in L.A. Had the MLB draft and had the celebrity softball game and all the festivities that come with All-Star Weekend, Home Run Derby, and then the finishing of them all is the game itself. But as that one is ripped into left field, will that ball be gone? Yes, it will be. The Carolina Vipers add 2 to their tally, and they are up 5-0 here at Cox Mill High School as that one slips over the left center field wall. And this is getting out of reach very quickly for Lake Norman.
Second home run of the night for Wilson Lohr, or second home run he gave
Allowed,
up.
yeah.
My wording's not all there today, and I do apologize.
Now batting number 17, Joe Haney.
So now batting number 17, Joe Haney. The run so far in the All-Star game is Mookie Betts single to center, Ronald Acuna scored, and then Goldschmidt homered to left field, 4:15 over that wall, and then the NL took a 2-0 lead after that. And Lohr down to the count, 1-0, as a swung on high fly ball. Let's see if it's lost in the lights. And Kyrus Dawson will track in on that one for the first out of the inning. And then how the American League got their 3-2 lead. Stanton homered to left field, 4:57, and Jose Ramiro scored. And then also in the top of the 4th inning, Byron Buxton homered, 4:25 to left field. So all homers going out to left tonight at Dodger Stadium. And the American League has put up 3 runs in the top of the 4th. That one misses high. And that one, a line drive right off the middle, almost took off Wilson Lohr's head. And Kyrus Dawson had to speed over to that one. So that line drive up the middle will have a runner on. Still only 1 out of the inning.
Someone using the J bands over there in the bullpen for
Yeah.
Lake Norman Copperheads.
Unfortunately, it's not David Katzenmeyer, so I'm not.
No.
I won't be impressed until David pitches.
Nah, he's still taking photos.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Wait, hold on. He's going over there. David's in the bullpen, just talking to the. I don't know who that is. Who's getting warmed up on the J bands. But
It's not David. It's
not
not good enough.
I don't know who that is. Well, David's talked to him. He's like, well, maybe if we switch jerseys, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll let me in the game. I don't know.
Manager Sean Stevens going out to talk to his pitcher, Wilson Lore. Sorry to cut you off right there,
No, you're
but
fine.
having a little discussion with him. Lore's control is getting out of order right now.
I feel like that's an inside joke. So later on in the innings in the first game,
Yeah.
David said he was going to go get stretched out and try to get in, see if he can pitch.
Yeah.
And everybody thought they were joking. He was joking in the bullpen, but he was dead serious.
I mean, David is a man of business. He is.
He really is. Like, if he says something, he's going to get it done. But I think he's just going to stick to photos tonight because I think Sean Stevens, he
probably not.
I think he shut it down real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's eligible. I mean, he's
Still
got
three more years left at App
I
State.
know.
Could be a
He is a
walk-on.
college student.
Reese will be able to join him here in about a year's time from now as well.
Yeah, I'll be done in December. Then hopefully I will be going to whatever school I choose in the spring.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah. As
Look-
the runner will go, but that will be fouled back.
So Reese graduated high school a little early.
Yeah.
Got his classes done.
A lot of summer classes and
Yeah.
a lot of heartache.
Yeah. Is that worth it for the 4 months you have to be in high school?
No, it's
No, it's not?
No. My summer classes almost tanked my GPA.
Really?
The whole 9 yards.
Wow. I think this is a little bit better than summer classes, though, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I took I think it was like American History 2 over the summer.
Uh-huh. This summer?
Yes. No,
last summer?
Last summer, yeah.
Yeah,
That was the strikeout.
yeah, the
for
batter goes down
Wilson Lore.
swinging, so Lore gets another K, and he's racked up a nice amount of Ks tonight.
Yeah. I don't know how many because we haven't been keeping tally, but
What
Pretty
school
good.
you leaning to right now?
what school I'm leaning to right now?
Yeah.
Now batting number 14,
App State?
Luke
Really?
Yeah, if I can get in there.
Yeah.
I need to get my GPA higher though, because like I was saying, those summer classes.
Mm-hmm. As that one almost runs up and gets the
Yeah.
batter, but the runner will advance to second base.
Yeah, but my summer class last semester, I think it was like American History 2 honors.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do very well. I got like a 60, and it tanked my GPA.
Yeah.
So I've got it back up to a 3.0. So I'm just
Pretty
trying to-
solid.
yeah. Pretty solid. I'm an average student.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing
Got
wrong,
a-
nothing wrong with that.
Got like a 3.0, and then like I think what did I get my ACT? Like a 20.
Yeah.
22, something like that. Oh, my SAT. I mean, not SAT. I haven't even taken the SAT. I need to do that. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud right here.
As that one fouled off into the screen, so the count would be 2-1. But yeah, this game has evolved to many different topics. It's
Yeah.
kind of like an open podcast we have
Yeah,
right
I
now,
mean-
with also a baseball game going on in the background.
And we'll casually touch up on the
Yeah,
baseball
man.
every now and
Is
then.
that really the most important thing here tonight?
Well, maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's
our
kinda why
job
we
or
have the live
something,
stream,
but-
Maybe we should just meet here like
we
in-
should just do it like a podcast.
like mid-February and just had the press box open and just sit here. Yeah. We could have turned the webcam on to see us talk, but I doubt anybody wants to see our faces.
Yeah, I think we should go back to the baseball now.
That one line to the third baseman, and that's under the glove of Whitaker. As the runner will stay at third base, so we'll have runners on the corners with 2 outs in the inning. Good rip right there, just hard contact, and Whitaker at the hot corner over there just couldn't get his glove down to that baseball. Had to dive out for it. Ezekiel Wood batting. Runners on the corners, 2 out, so Lord just has to worry about the batter really right here. You can get the batter, all your problems will be solved.
I just saw 2 just run to the bullpen
Yeah.
real quick. It was number 18 and number 29. Number 29, Zach Will. I forget who number 18 is.
So it looks like Zach Will might possibly come in to relieve Wilson Lore.
Maybe.
Copperheads still have 4 outs to get on defense and 6 outs to play with on offense. Copperheads, no strangers to late comebacks, though. We had a game earlier this year against the Statesville Owls where they were down and out, down 7 or 8 runs in that last inning of play, and they just compiled a miraculous comeback, ending 1 run short of magic.
Number 18 is Andy Schultz.
So Schultz probably catching.
No,
Zach
but
Will.
Schultz throwing, and
so
Zach Will's catching. So we
opposite
might see a catcher.
as the
throw.
Vipers add their 6th run of the game right there. And Ezekiel Wood will stroll over to first as if you're Lord, you just have to get 1 more out, then your day's done right here. Just trying to survive. Yeah, a little info on the Carolina Vipers. They're currently last place in the SCBL, but all 2 of their wins so far this season coming against a familiar foe who they're playing tonight, that being the Lake Norman Copperheads. They play at beautiful Charlotte Latin School, a very nice school, a lot of great athletic facilities there. I was lucky enough to play at Charlotte Latin last year, and that's probably the nicest cut grass that I've ever played on. That and Charlotte Christian. The Charlotte Christian grass was so nice when we pulled into the ballpark, we thought it was turf.
Wow.
That's how like perfect it was. And that was the same thing at Latin. I remember the ball being very slick, and it was hard to kind of get a footing down because the grass was very short. So it would just slide right over that grass, and you couldn't get a good footing down. And that one goes to the backstop.
Wilson Lore having a little bit of control issues
Yeah.
now.
I mean, that's what you have to guess. I mean, his pitch count has to be up in the 70s, 80s right now.
For sure. I mean, he's been pitching since the beginning of this game.
Yeah. 1-1 from Lore. Outside for a ball. So 2 straight balls from Lore, and the count will be 2-1. That one ripped into right center field. That ball is deep, but Kairos Dawson will get there. A great job by Kairos Dawson, and he ends out the inning. So we'll be back here at Coxville High School, but not before the Vipers extend their lead. They're up 6-0 here. We'll be back here for the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back here as Ivan Zambrano steps into the batter's boxes. He watches that one outside for a ball. Copperheads have had no luck getting any runs on the board, as Reed Bertram has been lights out tonight, K after K. Most of them have been looking, too. Yes, Zambrano swings through that one.
Well, I mean, both pitchers have had dominating performances
There you go.
here tonight. Sorry,
Yeah.
stop. Tonight in the ballpark, but Wilson Lore has been struggling these past couple innings.
Yeah, and you have to imagine Zach Will's going to be, or Andy Schultz going to be coming in for him. I mean, Lore, you can't expect that much from him. He did great in this last inning or two. Just that his tired arm couldn't throw him in like he was earning the game. And Zambrano swings through it, so it'll be a 2-2 count. But yeah, Reed Bertram, he's been everything that the Vipers expected and more, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Well, so is Wilson Lore, but
Yeah.
like I said, he's a position player, and his arm is not as I don't want to say his arm's not as cut out for pitching, but it definitely is. But he's not used to having that endurance to pitch.
Yeah, and as Zambrano swings through that one, the Copperheads are down to their final 5 strikes. And yeah, I mean, he definitely has an arm, but the thing is Lore's not a dude that's throwing a bullpen once or twice a week. So when you're not doing bullpens and you're not doing, live bullpens and in games as well, I mean, your arm's going to wear down after 50, 60 pitches, and that's what you're going to expect if you're Sean Stevens or anybody in this ballpark.
It'll be interesting to see who they will bring out in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, we saw Andy Schultz warming up earlier, and you have to imagine that Schultz will be the man for the job. Schultz, nothing he can do to help the score. He can just do a little bit of damage control. And as that one goes for a strike, I mean, Copperheads, you can't even eat an elephant in one bite. So it's not like a one swing of the bat is going to change this ball game drastically, but it's have to be It's going to be after batter, getting on base, getting walks, getting singles, doubles, all that good stuff. And then after a while, those are going to tally up, and you can get yourself into this ball game. You have 5 outs to play with. If you can get 2 runs on the board this inning, it's a ball game in the 4th, I'd say.
I mean, all you need is base runners in this situation.
Base runners are key. It don't matter if you get hit by a pitch or you rip a single, and you might reach on an air right there to throw from third, not able to get the runner. So base runners right there, just like you talked about, and that's key if you're the Copperheads.
Because, I mean, if you get like a solo shot home run,
that's great.
It's great. You got 1 point, but like if you didn't bring anybody home but yourself,
I mean, it's still a 5-run ball game.
You still have to fight. It's a 5-1 ball.
Run.
It's a 5-run ball game. I cannot talk today. I apologize.
So Kai Russell also was super hot in that first game of the doubleheader. Cooled down a little bit in this game, but he's been able to get big hits and big moments this season. This will be another moment to do so. 1-0 to Dawson. Outside for a ball. So Dawson steps back in, 1 runner at first base. The 2-0 from Bertram. Outside for a ball, so Bertram's control will wane off a little bit. As we see 2 people in that Vipers bullpen. They're just milling about, though. I don't think it's a true bullpen session.
I don't know. Got 3 people. Looks like they're just talking. And
shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
The 3-0 to Dawson. That one in there for a strike. He was ready to take off the first base, but has to step back in the box.
It's a very favorable count for the hitter. 3-1.
3-1 to Dawson. That one low, and he would definitely take his base on that one.
Base runners. That's what.
Base runners is
exactly
key. I
what
mean, that's the
they
opposite
needed.
of the announcer's curse right there. You spoke it into existence. I'd count your 2 for 86 now on predictions.
Yeah.
As we do see a mound visit.
What are you doing?
And we'll be right back here at Coxmill High School as the Vipers change out their pitcher.
Alrighty, welcome back. Elliot Carey on the mound now for the Carolina Vipers. First pitch in the dirt for ball one.
I think I'll just sit here in color if you want to do play-by-play, man.
That's fine.
All right.
Just a little history on Elliot Carey. He's he's from Waxhaw, North Carolina, playing for Mount Olive College. He's has 19 innings pitched with a 0 wins, 1 loss with a 7.57 ERA.
So Carey steps into this ballgame with a 6-run lead, but his first 3 pitches of the afternoon go for balls. And that'll be ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk, and that loads the bases. And I feel like the dramatic music can play right now because the big Kyle Whitaker steps into the box, and if you give Whitaker a favorable hitter's count 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, and you throw a meatball in there, that meatball is going to be on the football field, and that football field is about 400 feet away.
With his 19 innings pitched, he has 14 strikeouts and now 8 walks. He's played 8 games and has allowed 25 hits.
So Whitaker swings through that one right there and sees himself behind in this count early.
Kyle Whitaker has a lot of power, but his only problem is getting behind in counts. When he's ahead in counts,
He's great.
he's
I mean,
great.
we saw that in BP, man. Is when Whitaker came out there to hit BP, everybody was backing up and everybody was on their toes because those baseballs were flying at your face and they're flying fast.
I mean, he has a ton of power. Has a ton of power.
It's just connecting to the baseball for Whitaker, really.
It really is.
As Whitaker pops that one up, and he just got under that one. He put a lot of might into that swing. And if he scored that baseball up a little bit better, I can just imagine that one flying over the center field wall. And that's the thing is, these guys have a lot of pop with wood bats. These are wood bats. I mean, imagine Whitaker's hits in BP with a metal bat, with the goods. Imagine the goods are in his hand right there.
With like a BB Core bat, I mean, that thing's gone. But
As that one is flying into right field, but the Vipers right fielder will get under that one. Runner coming home. So the runner from second will advance to third, and the runner from third will advance home. So Kyle Whitaker unable to get a hit, but he gets an RBI in the long run. So runners at the corners with 2 outs now. Number 4, Ix Sereno tries to start a 2-out rally for the Copperheads. And you have to imagine that you have to get a run right here. Wouldn't you say that, Reese?
What's that?
You have to imagine you have to get a run right here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the whole. Well, I don't want to say that's the whole point of being up in the bat, but like if you can get on and bring someone home.
As that one is sky high to center field, but that will be going nowhere. As the Vipers left fielder calls him off for out 3 in the inning. So the Copperheads get 1 run on the board, but that's just not good enough as they still trail by 5. Copperheads down to their final 3 outs. We'll see if possibly Zach Will can do some damage control here for the Copperheads. Poor Will. Welcome back here for the top of the 7th inning. 7th inning, the last inning of play here in this doubleheader. Now an outside for a ball. New pitcher in the game for the Copperheads. That man being Andy Schultz, the product of Campbell University and Huff High School. So a local boy in Andy Schultz. That one goes by for a strike. One from Schultz. Inside for a ball. So, Reese, if you're the Copperheads right now, what are you thinking to build for to the rest of the season and then going into that tournament?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah?
What was your question again?
If you're the Copperheads right now, what are you building from the games tonight as we see a swing and a miss right there on the count evens up at 2-2? What are you building from tonight and then going into that in-the-season tournament that starts on Monday night?
Pitching.
Yeah.
I would say pitching is one of the biggest issues for the Copperheads right now.
I'd say it's make or
But
break, really.
It really is. I mean, we have they have little pitching depth
Yeah.
already. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see a lot of position players pitching. But as we see, I mean, there's potential in a lot of these position players to pitch.
Thing is, you have, not a lot of pitchers on the roster. You'll have a little bit of days rest. You'll be playing on that Friday night, and then you'll have Saturday and Sunday off before that Monday game. So when you're looking at, pitching, obviously you can get a lot better, but you're gonna need guys like, Thad Lewis to step out there and put some work in and get you a lot of innings. There's gonna be 9-inning games, so you're gonna need Thad Lewis to get 5 or 6 innings out of him, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And that might be
Same with Jacob Shaw and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think pitching endurance is going to be one of the biggest problems. Like, you can have position players, you can have just regular pitchers, but how long can they last?
Yeah.
That might be the biggest problem I can see for the Copperheads.
Yeah, and the Copperheads, it's so many games in that short week span. So it's going to, win on night one changes the whole dynamic because then you have two losses to play with in that tournament. If you lose night one, man, you got to win every single game for the rest of your season to win that tournament. If you win night one, you have some little leeway. You can you can have a bad outing here and there and save your arms. But if you lose that first game, man, you're gonna be spot on the rest of the year. Swing and a miss right there. Counts even at 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, I'd say pitching is like the biggest. I mean, Copperheads obviously haven't been able to get a lot of runs on the board tonight. Just the great pitching from the Vipers as a whole. But, they can put up runs. They can put runs up in bunches. The problem is we see a great breaking pitch right there from Andy Schultz. He pulled that one out of his sleeve.
We've seen a lot of, I want to say we've seen a lot, but we've seen, who was it? Conley, who pitched the night before, and then he caught the first game of this doubleheader. Some catchers have pitching ability, apparently.
And someone is ripped out of the left field line. Foul. So the count will be 1-2. Yeah, I mean, obviously when you're a catcher and you're on the mound, you understand the little nuances a lot better than most of these position players. You know when to throw these pitches because the pitcher is just as important as the catcher, and catcher just as important as the pitcher. Because I mean, those two work hand in hand. If you don't have if you can deal with a great pitcher and a bad catcher and a bad catcher or a good catcher and a bad pitcher, but when you have both, that's just such a phenomenal thing. And pitcher catcher are arguably the two most important positions on the field. So Schultz now even in the count 2-2. Swing and a miss right there.
That is his second K of the night.
Yes, sir. And now Schultz 2 up, 2 down. The Vipers only 1 out left before they have to hand it out to their closer with a comfortable 5-run lead, but even more comfortable if the Vipers could add to their tally.
Andy Schultz coming out here as a closer, man.
He's firing him in there.
He's really firing him in there. I mean, you have to have a lot of arm strength.
Yeah, I mean,
if
I was just a viewer of the broadcast, I'm just tuning in now. I'd just say, hey, like you don't realize that that's a position player out there.
He's small too for a catcher.
I mean, that's
but
what I mentioned in the broadcast the other night as we see that breaking pitch miss high. It's just a lot of these catchers you see 6'2", 6'3" guys, especially at the college level at such a high level like Campbell is.
Yeah.
6'2", 6'3", 220, 230, big dudes behind the plate. And Andy Schultz maybe what, 5'9", 5'10", maybe
I think he's 5'10", but I'm not sure.
five. We'll say 6 foot on a good day. And as we see that one, a major bat flip, and that ball is gone. As that one touched the stratosphere. And the bat flip right there put a extra point of emphasis as the Vipers rub it in, and that's a 7-1 ball game. I don't know, man. The bat flip when you're up that big in the top of the ninth
That's
against a
disrespectful.
position player.
Yeah.
I'm all for bat flips, man. But if this was like a 3-2 ball game and you get and you tie it up, I'm all, man. You could chuck that
Yeah,
bat
but
to the
you're
football
up-
field.
You're now up 6 runs. I
you're
don't think
up-
the bat flip would
Like
be
you're up
necessary for
5
that.
runs at the moment. Latin.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're up 5 runs. You're against a position player, and obviously it's a bomb. I'm not trying to take away from that. That was an absolute moonshot. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not that role in a playoff game, but
I don't know. It's I don't like the bat
Andy
flip.
Schultz got to hit
Like-
him in the head next time. I
No,
mean,
no,
and obviously
no, I
not
mean-
that, but
The bat flip was great, but like it's kind of disrespectful when you're up.
I wouldn't even say it's disrespectful because I think that kind of era of
Well,
baseball is kind of gone. I just say it's kind of unnecessary because
It's unnecessary.
it's obviously
you know,
great to celebrate when you do something like that, and I'm
I
all for
know,
guys
but-
bat flipping and doing all types of celebrations and stuff. But I mean,
I don't know. I guess I'm old school in that sense.
I
Like,
think I'm kind of both.
I love players celebrating, but pick the time and place to celebrate. You know, I'm not saying there's no disrespect.
Like you're okay with
Yeah,
that.
I'm okay with the bat flip, but like
You're okay with it in certain situations.
in certain situations, like
Yeah.
if you tied up the game, great. If you're up by a run, then that's fine. But
Yeah.
like if you're up by so many,
Yeah.
it's just
And against a position player, man. Like,
and against the
this
position
dude
player.
hasn't pitched since probably playing at Huff High School. Let's be honest.
Probably not. If he's ever pitched.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely pitched after
Yeah,
we
it's-
see that breaking ball right there for out 3 in the inning. So Andy Schultz with a good outing, 3 Ks, but not before the Vipers put 1 run on the board. So Vipers extend their lead to 6 once more. Stick with us for the bottom of the 7th inning. It's last call for the Copperheads. For the Copperheads, Luke Wood, as Lake Norman is down on their final 3 outs of the evening. That one is popped sky high above the lights. This one's going to be hard to judge for the infield. Will it drop? Yes, it will. As Joe Haney, that one just drifted away and away and away from him. And Andrew Schultz back up after his time on the mound. So 1 runner on first base. Where did David go? And that one is blooped into left field, so the Copperheads have a rally started here. As Andrew Schultz pokes that one out, and Jackson Taylor's now up. So the battery hasn't died, so I'll give it radio style here. No outs in the inning. Runners on first and second. The pitch, low and outside for a ball up for the Lightning Copperheads is Jackson Taylor. Taylor now up in the count 1-0. That one goes in there for a strike. Right now we have Luke Wood standing on second and Andrew Schultz on first. Copperheads need 6 to tie, 7 to win. So a long road ahead for Lake Norman to get back into this ball game. But never say never with this ball club. And that was a beautiful slider right there, dipping into the zone for strike 2. So Jackson Taylor down to the count 1-2. Lefty on lefty matchup right here. And swing and a miss from Jackson Taylor. So the Copperheads are down on their final 2 outs of the afternoon. Number 6, the catcher Jordan Spearman, and now steps up to the plate. Spearman, the righty, against the Vipers pitcher, a lefty. First pitch to the AB to Spearman. That is a fastball on the outside part of the plate for a strike, as we do have the camera back up and working, so that's an encouraging sight to see. Spearman down on the count 0-1. He lays off that off-speed pitch, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1 out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Spearman. As that slider had some backdoor action to it, but just couldn't sneak into the zone. Spearman and a fair ball hitter's count at 2-1. Spearman rips that one to the shortstop. Can this be ball game? There's 1. And there's 2. And that is the ball game here at Coxmoo High School. The Lake Norman Copperheads and the Carolina Vipers split the 2-game set here, as the Copperheads win the first game 7-4, and the Vipers take the second game 7-1. So I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I did tonight. We'll be back to you later in the week when the Concord A's battle the Lake Norman Copperheads here at Coxville High School for the final regular season home game of the season. So for me, Zane Mez, alongside me is Reese, David Katzenmeyer, also joining the broadcast, and all the people that have helped out throughout the night and throughout the season. We thank you for tuning in, and join us later in the week. Good night, everybody.